Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. This is a part of our Sunday afternoon for me, evenings for others, intercontinental group of awesome game. It's so named because we have some gamers who are here in the United States and folks over in Europe, and we all play together. And this is also not only just the IGoA group, but part of our IGoA Maliverse series that we've been playing, where we've interconnected several different small press games together in an imagined setting in Beachwood, California, which is a totally made up town name that we stole from Teens with Attitude, one of the many games that we have played. This is a session of Monster Squad. Monster Squad is a Monsters of the Week hack where all I've really done is just reskinned all of the playbooks so that they could be played by kids on bikes, because this game is set in the 90s and everyone is ranging between ages of 12 to 15. So we have a few safety tools in mind because of the change in age range. First of all, we have some lines and we have some veils. Let me remind everyone of the lines. The lines are, this is content that we do not want to introduce. If anyone accidentally dips into introducing a particular piece of content that violates a line, we'll gently remind them, and then we'll roll back and we'll edit that out. No problems, no harm, not going to call anybody out. We just need to make sure that we hold to these lines. We have a line against sexual assault, sexual violence, and sexual coercion, which I'm really happy about for the current age range. But it's a thing where it's not even going to happen with background characters. We have a line against torture, a line against harm to children. Now, children are not these protagonists. They can take harm. This is pretty much for the, less than 12-year-old thing. Kind of, it's what we've talked through to make sure that we're all on the same page. We've got a line on pandemics because, hey, we're dealing with that in the real world. We don't need to bring it in here. Also, a line against slavery. We have veils, which means that this is content we're okay if it exists within our world, but we don't want to shine a light on it. So if it starts to happen, we may do a quick fade to black, or we may just cut away from that particular moment. The veils are sexual content, harm to animals, suicide, and then I added a veil for graphic gore. Like, blood splatter against somebody's face and a sickening crunch is all I need to know that something horrible has happened to a particular character. And then we have a few it's like ask first, which means I'm probably cool with this, but like check in with me or check in with the table before we introduce it. And then anyone can say, can we try something different? And then we'll move on. So while we also have veils on sexual content and harm to animals, it's also an ask first. So just, exactly what I said. And then the last ask first is racism. We're in 1990s America. Racism is a thing that has existed during that time period, exists unfortunately even now, but we'll just ask first before we start to do any racism related commentary or introducing that as a plot line. Any questions on lines and veils and asks first and if you do want to add something, just shoot me a quick note, because I've kind of got those set in my head, and if we add something more, then I just want to make sure I am aware of it. On top of that, we have the X card, as we always do, the big blunt instrument of you saying or typing, hey, I need to X card a thing, stopping play so that I understand exactly what's being X carded, and then we excise it. No fuss, no muss. You don't need to justify it. You don't need me to tell you. Don't need to tell me why. Don't need to justify it. I've even X carded myself before, and I was the GM at the time. So hey, I'm not afraid of it. It is a totally cool tool to use. We have Sabine joining us. Sabine was on a big, long, awesome European traveling vacay during the Monster Squad short run that we had before. Very happy to have you, Sabine. Unfortunately, Jan was not feeling well, so Jan will not be joining us tonight, his time, for this session. So I think I'm just going to pull the old Sebastian got sick. I think maybe Sebastian was trying really weird foods together and turned out that something made him quite sick. So not botulism level, but like knocked himself out for a day or so level of, yeah, that was a really bad idea. Bad beats or something along. Just Germany. Apologize. So Spain went all over Germany, which to me is like all of Europe because I'm terrible at maps. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the horn and have everybody introduce themselves. I believe Alex is having some lag, so we'll get better. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and we're going to start with Alex. If you could introduce yourself and then tell us a bit about your character, because we'll do David last, and then we'll work out the history between these squaddies of the Monster Squad. So go ahead, Alex.
I'm playing Franklin Booth, 13-year-old kid in grade 8, and he is the kid reporter, which is the adaptation of the Snoop, and he works for the high school. Or is it high school? Yes,
it's middle school. You guys are in the top end of middle school right now.
Top end, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, it's American school stuff. It's
yeah. He's working at the middle school newspaper, and he takes it very seriously because there's all manner of strange things going on, and everyone's hiding the truth.
You took a new move?
I took a new move,
yeah?
Truthiness, because he's a very sincere person. So everyone will believe, except what I'm saying is true, or at least that I think it's true. No one will think I'm lying if they're a normal person.
I love that.
I'm deluded, but
if it's far out, they may think you're deluded, but they won't think you're lying. That's just such a neat little slice of sweet. Thank you very much, Alex. Jen, you're up. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your character, please.
All right. I am playing Bailey Ellington, the naughty kid, aka the crooked. So she's good at getting into places where she's not supposed to be. She's a pickpocket. She's got a magic skeleton key. She can drive. As of last session.
Oh my goodness. Is this a learner's permit thing, or does she actually have a fake license?
I think it's a learner's permit thing. So
nice.
Yeah. So she's done a few hours. And I think she's probably been like helping her dad out at the junkyard where she lives with like repairs and part sourcing and so on. So she's finally gotten to the stage where she gets to take like a pickup or a van out of the lot and trundle it around.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And your relationship. Sorry. I will ask these questions after we've done all the introductions.
Okay.
Tyler, you're up next.
Hi there, I'm Tyler, he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Tegan Marsh, she, her pronouns. And Tegan is the searcher. She encountered a psychic event when she was very young, and it unlocked psychic potential within herself. She, unlike most characters in Monster of the Week, she can't do magic. She instead has psychic ability, she has empathy, and she has a kind of psychometry where she can read an area. She also has her dog, which is her doggy from her mind. Let's see, where is he? There he is. And I don't have his name down there. What is his name? Shoot, it got cut off.
Wasn't it Hugo?
We've got it in the Maliverse cast under animals. It's Archie.
Archie. Yes, there we go. Archie, the doggy from her mind, who is able to talk to her and to other people that he likes in their heads. And in our last adventure, they had to deal with a kind of disturbed young man who was also a psychic. And when the two of them bonded, it gave her her new move, which is the big whammy, where she is capable of doing psychic blasts at people.
That's terrifying. And last but certainly not least, Sabine, please introduce yourself and tell us about your brand new character.
Hi, I'm Sabine, use any pronouns, and I'm not playing a brand new character precisely because David Park is the younger brother of Echo Park, who I played in Minimum Rage, so we have already seen him through the lens of his older sister, who thinks he's just an annoying nerd, which, to be honest, he is a nerd, and aka the expert playbook. So he is a lot more into this occult stuff than his sister has ever known. She's into occult stuff as well. So he filched stuff from her pretty early on. And he learned a lot, and then he went in deeper and kind of tried to find out more. And he can't always filch stuff from his sister. That's kind of, he'll always get caught. So he is now, has filched stuff from all over pretty much. And he has found a journal with which I will use as an explanation for the dark past move, because he is not having a dark past precisely himself. I mean, he's 12, so he doesn't even think he has a dark past. He might if he becomes older and goes more into the goth thingy. He might, but who knows. He is pretty smart, and he is, well, yeah, I guess that's mostly what he's about. We'll learn more about him, I guess, so when we go on.
A question I have
Sure.
did David recently find, like, is this a journal where we're going to like be reading it for the first time thing, or do you think it's one of those where he's pored over it a number of times and will remember passages and dig through it?
I think he's had it for quite a while. Yet, maybe he got it briefly before he got ill, and he was ill for a while, a few months, I guess, where he was constantly tired and, well, wanted to lie down and read mostly. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's a nice little like talk off. And for anyone who's curious, the sickness happened when he got mono because David was drained by a demonic amusement park ride. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, that was fun.
Probably not for David.
No, he might have figured out that something was really weird, because that is not mono what he had. He didn't have pink eyes or anything.
That's true. That's true. Cool. So I know that some of our monster squaddies, have some history out there that they can share, and not everybody does. So I've unhid because I know that David's got a bunch there. Let's circle back around. We'll start with Alex. Alex, as the kid reporter, do you have any Monster Squad history?
I think I've lost all mine. The ones that have been taken. They might have got deleted.
That sucks. I don't know why I did that. I will grab those out of the reporter or the snoop. So we'll sneak over to Jen. I think you also don't have any. Dang it.
She's got one at the bottom. Oh no, that's something else. That's a note.
Okay. Huh. Tyler, do you have any from Searcher? Do you have the playbook up? If I'm working on pulling up the other playbooks to grab those. Okay, thank you.
Let's
star
see.
Friend.
I have one that I think sounds kind of interesting, if you like it, Sabine. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the expert, but I do have mine up. There we go. Some creature or force is stalking them. Ask them what it is, then decide if you've told them about it or if they're still happily unaware.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love that.
Cool. Do you think I've told you?
Maybe. I don't know if you have told me. I have a suspicion it might have something to do with that journal I've filched from somewhere.
So do you think it's the Fae? The Fae are still stalking you?
Oh, no, I don't know. No, not with the carnival, with the journal that relates to my dark past thingy.
Oh.
Or
So you
maybe
think
I've
it's
just attracted a Fae thingy. That's also possible. I mean, whatever.
It's up to
think
you,
is
but
better.
I kind of like Fae chasing people. That's always a good. Going after young people is Fae-ish. But it would have, if you have an idea of your dark past, what would it be that would be chasing you from it?
I think it's maybe, let me think here. I think maybe this person, whoever he was, who had wrote the journal, I think he bound some sort of minor demon to the journal just to get rid of it, mainly. And now that minor demon is kind of hopping around and pretty much trying to get Davy into trouble, which David hasn't really realized yet. Might. I don't know if you've told him, then he would be very interested in having an exorcism with the journal, but that might mean that the pages go blank. That wouldn't be fun. Huh.
How about we go with I haven't told you yet, and I don't know it's related to the journal. I just know there's some dark force that seems to be chasing after you.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Excellent.
Cool. I have grabbed just straight unaltered history from the Snoop and the Crooked and pasted it into our Zoom chat. They will need some modification. I'm sorry. I really wish I hadn't deleted that stuff out. That was short-sighted of me. But there we go. While you guys are reading through those, let's just jump to David. Do you have any squatty history that immediately jumps forward that you want to offer out to another one of the characters?
I do actually. They once helped you get a singular item that is now part of your hideout collection. Tell them what it was. And I think that might have been Bailey, because I have a feeling that Bailey might be very good at getting me stuff.
Maybe.
I mean,
what do you think I stole for you?
What would I like to have for my? I think what I really need. That would be something. I think it needs to be something kind of magical, stingy. It's a pen. It's not just any pen. It's kind of like these feathers, and they have these nibs in the front of it. I don't know what they're called in English. I'm sorry.
A nib?
No, the whole pen where you dip in ink and then you write with it.
So fountain pen.
Oh, a quill.
Quill, right?
Yeah.
Quill. Yeah, it's a quill, and it was in this antique shop. And it's not just the quill; it was the whole set. You had the quill, and then you had nibs for the quill, and then you had ink pots made of crystal for it. And Davy thought that if he used that to do spell thingies or blessings or something, then that would be totally amazing. So he couldn't go in there and buy that because they were not only were they expensive, but they chased him out pretty much out of that store. He had been there maybe too often and touched too many things that was mostly like, no, won't have kids in here. This is an antique store. Go away. A little runt, and he really wanted to have this, and of course Echo wouldn't get it for him, so he asked Betty.
Of course Echo wouldn't get it for him. That would be a nice thing.
Just break it.
Plus, he's got enough pens and markers already.
It's true. Yeah, he's always taking mine, which is totally a lie. I once took a pen from her. It was this magenta that she really needed. Apparently, it was so important. One pen.
I love that Sabine is doing the park squabbles live for us, playing both sides. This is good. No, this is good. Sweet. Good. Now that I've foisted these different weird histories on both Alex and Jen, I'll see if any of them appeal.
I've thrown in all the ones that weren't taken. Oh, by the way, I realized that there was one of the questions on one of my histories with Bailey that we didn't actually answer, which is, seems she's a fan of my work, but does she keep quiet about it, or does everyone know?
Oh, I keep quiet about it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You don't want him to get too cocky. Could hurt his work. Cool. Any that you wanted to apply to David?
Editing that one I just mentioned quickly.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right. I mean, I've got a couple that are to do with defeating monsters. I could have. I could have prevented you from defeating a monster.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which could have been on purpose or accident.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were, I may have a crush on you, and you may have noticed or not.
I mean, at 12, I'm not really. I don't know how that would. I mean, it would work, of course.
You probably wouldn't notice.
No, I probably wouldn't notice. Definitely not.
You may have killed or defeated or stopped a monster that I was doing a story on.
Ooh, maybe ghost.
Yeah?
Maybe you're doing a story on a ghost, and I came by and just told the ghost to please go home because it shouldn't be here, and people are scared of it, and that this was not good for anybody, actually. And also, I have this salt and iron thingy here, and if I hit it with it, then it will go poof. And
Do you know how
should just
long
go.
it took me to set up the camera?
No. No, I don't. Is that, did you want to film the monster? Is that the ghost?
I was going to get proof. That was going to be next issue. Okay, I think that's sorted.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Jen, any for Bailey, you see?
Thinking between there when you decided to give up the life and hunt monsters instead, or worked with you on a semi-legal or illegal job.
Ooh, I like that one.
All right.
David's in trouble.
No. David is a nice kid. Just, there are things, right? And sometimes you can't do it the legal way. That you can see it on television all the time. Sometimes you have to take the law into your own hand.
So what do you think this legal or semi-legal job was?
Do I have to define this?
I think Bailey might have an idea.
I mean, we both have. We're supposed to kind of work it out together.
Okay.
Let's see. Stealing the crystal pen and. Maybe I had to steal like a community college ID or something for you so that you could do research. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I kind of like that. Community college ID. Okay.
All right. So maybe even a little bit of counterfeiting so that it does have your face on it.
Oh, nice.
Wow. You're really good, Bailey.
It's just an alcohol transfer. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Bailey can't take a compliment.
Okay.
admitting that she's good at things would require self-esteem.
Oh, poor Bailey.
Or in fact, it's not just a self-esteem thing. It's if I admit that I'm good at stuff, that means that I have to be more responsible about stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I get that.
That's a bit more true to character.
Mm. I have one for Franklin, I think. And I would say they know some of your dark secrets, but they've agreed to keep quiet about them. Tell them what they know. Well, you know about the journal?
Maybe since I'm a hard-hitting reporter, you wanted some help researching some of the book, and so obviously I had to look at the book and be told about
and
it.
you know about all the books that I've over the years filched from my sister, some libraries, some bookstores, antique bookstores, and antiquarians, whatever they're called. So yeah, you know I'm basically stealing my books. That's my dark secret. People aren't supposed to know that.
I mean, I know Bailey, so I'm used to
Yeah, but Davey, you wouldn't think it of him because he's mostly pretty straight-laced.
Yeah, his family could buy him books.
They wouldn't buy me these books. My mom would ask all kinds of questions. Like, why do you need the occult history of Elizabeth Bathory? Or blood rituals of the 14th century?
Book report.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, but then she thought, for a long time, she thought Harry Potter wasn't age appropriate. I got to read that when I was 11 and not a day earlier. I mean, I read it early, obviously, but not so my mom knew.
Oh, I'm really liking where David's going. This is fascinating. No wonder Echo's so frustrated by him. Cool. So we've got Franklin and Bailey. And Tegan. Does it want to give to Tegan?
Tegan. I think maybe, I don't know if Tegan needs somebody to copy her homework from.
Probably not. She's pretty
Probably
bright.
not. She's pretty bright. We're all pretty bright. I don't know. Previously, both members of an Eldritch group. That doesn't make any sense, I think.
Exactly. Yes, that's
so I think I'll have to say maybe they came to you for advice and your advice got them out of trouble. Ask them what the trouble was.
I like that.
That could kind of play into a little bit of me knowing, thinking this thing's stalking you. You lost something important. It could have been the book, though I don't know what the book's significance is, or I don't know about it. It could be something else. But I think it just went missing with no explanation, probably having to do with the thing stalking you. But no explanation. And you let me know, and I was able to come over and read the room, and I found it. You don't know how.
No, it's the other way around, though. You came to me for advice, and I gave you advice.
Oh, got me out of trouble. Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm the nerd. I know stuff.
How would you get me out of trouble? Okay. How about I had in my monster hunting search, because I am a real going out there and finding things. I needed to be out at night. And my folks found out I was out. I wasn't in my room, and I was going to get grounded, but you covered for me and said I'd come and was over at your house. That sound good?
Yeah, I usually do that for everybody because we have this amazing what's cellar is another word.
Yeah, basement.
Basement, right? This amazing basement that's usually just there for storing bikes and for obviously Echo's lab. And I have a corner, not in the lab, but in the basement, and that's where my books are, and that's where I'm playing some kind of D&D games or some stuff like that with my friends.
Oh, cool.
It's
I mean,
the
I don't-
90s.
I don't
Are
even
you trying to
play-
learn
I
about
don't
vampire
even play
because you stole Echo's
no.
books?
No, I don't even play D&D. I think it's
Oh,
kind
okay.
of stupid, but it's a good excuse. It's a good excuse to say why we're hanging around and why we're talking about weird stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
So you use gaming as a cover
Yeah,
for the
sure.
legit
I mean,
scary stuff you're into. That's
yeah.
great.
That makes sense because your folks have already said it's cool for Echo to play games.
Yeah, and they had
So you
huge
got-
fights about that, but yeah, that actually saved my ass.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, it's Tegan, right? Not Dragon.
Did you get all your stat line done, Sabine? You look like
I
you're
don't
missing
know.
a point.
I am I okay? Yeah, that might be a free point.
There's
that
a
I
hover
haven't
over
updated.
on the word stats, which will show you the different
Okay.
stat arrangements that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
and
think-
all of them have a sharp of 2, so I just went ahead and put in 2.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah, then I didn't do my stats. I just thought,
That's okay.
okay, then that's what I've got. So, I think I found the one I like. Ooh, that was nice.
So it's looking like Alex is having some pretty significant lag issues. I blame Norway. So he may, even with camera off, he's only getting part of this conversation, which would make
Oh,
interacting very
damn.
problematic. So Alex may have to drop, and that sucks. We will think of Franklin fondly.
Damn. They're also good.
They are.
I think my sister's right. I'm pretty weird.
That makes sense.
I mean, or maybe I don't want a charm of -2. It's kind of. See what else I can do. Nah. I think I'll do that one. Wait. Sorry. Cool +1, tough -1, weird +1. Okay. Yeah. And that's what I would take. Okay, I'm done. Thanks, Tyler. I did not realize that there were actually options.
All right, Alex is doing a router reset, and I use that free time to do a scan of my brand new Rocketbook. I did a page, and that's weird. Huh, okay. Well, I used the right thing. I probably didn't read the using friction. It's fine. That's why you may have seen a flash. I was trying to take a scan of a Rocketbook. It's some kind of dealie that is interesting, where you can write on a physical thing with almost like a dry erase board that can easily be scanned into an app. I'm looking forward to it eventually, figuring it out. Doing it right that moment was probably not the best choice. So, but your stats are assigned. Alex is doing a router reset, and hopefully we'll be able to rejoin us. And I think we've got enough to where we can get started. Who has beginning of session moves? don't think David does. Does it appear that Bailey does? And yeah, Tegan, you don't either. Okay.
I think Jan was our only one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Our weirdo was a little bit of a first session. All right. Well, I hope that things work out for Alex. We're going to carry forward. In the last session, David, the crew had, like a lot of the adults, had started acting very strangely. The PTA grew in power, and there was this huge protest for the children's sake at the mall against a video store. And while David, you were not able to participate, the rest of your little monster squad found that there was, as Tyler had mentioned with Tegan's history, that there was someone, a kid that was using his powers to try to influence the minds of others, trying to make others safe, and he was stopped. So that was the end of it. Things have started to return to normal. But I do want to check in. So Bailey, your dad put on, like, he washed up. He put on like a polo shirt or something. He went to a PTA protest against a video store. What's the fallout been at your home at the Ellington junkyard once he kind of snapped out of that?
I think we've had a couple of pretty awkward conversations. Like,
You've
I
never
feel like
directly talked about it, or what do you think?
I think we've directly talked about it. I think there's actually a fair amount of honesty in the Ellington household.
I like that.
Uh,
Did you explain anything to him about what happened, or did you just let him awkwardly apologize for being a dick?
I think it's kind of a can of worms, because
It is.
once you, or when a magician starts pulling handkerchiefs out of something, and the first handkerchief is tied to another handkerchief, which is tied to another handkerchief, because it's like, I think you were being brainwashed by the PTA. Well, why do you think that? Because psychics are real. Oop, oop.
How about this? If I'll agree as the keeper, if Bailey says, I think you're being brainwashed, he'll attribute it to like some shit he knows about from military service.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you remember I can't remember the name of the movie that, actor who played Batman in one movie, who was also in Ocean's 11. Damn it. Men Who Stare at Goats, I think.
Clooney.
No, George Clooney.
I think
Clooney.
it's some sort of MK Ultra thing.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
would just like crop it up as an MK Ultra thing, and that would be enough for him at this point, unless other things cause the questioning to escalate.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good place to sort of stopgap the flood of facts for now.
Sure.
Is, I think that it was a brainwashing thing. It sucked. I forgive you. It's cool.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot to think about that, about some Beachwood PTA using MK Ultra stuff. That's a lot. Cool. Good. So then, Tegan, your mom went to the protest, participated, brought you along, because you kind of talked your way into it, if I remember correctly. And then after the change, what's the fallout been with your mom and your family?
I think Mom is kind of in like denial of how big a deal it got, how crazy it really got. And so she's sort of like glossing over, it was a little kerfuffle. And, we'll just have to be careful going to that mall. They let all sorts of ruffians in, sort of thing.
That's so wrong and delightful. That sounds fantastic. Good. Franklin, your dad went through a period during the mind control phase and that particular mystery where he turned off your modem, right?
That was Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian. So you didn't have anything to do with your family. That's right, because I had two major parent things going on at the time. So did you tell your parents? Oh, by the way, let's start off learning a little bit about Franklin Booth's home life, because that was definitely some feedback we had as well. Welcome back, Alex. I'm really glad the router worked.
Yeah, everything seems stable. I'm not getting 50% of all conversation.
Norway, I take back my enmity towards you as a country for not giving Alex proper bandwidth. Now that the router reset has happened, we are good.
Yeah, it just needed talking to, and then it apologized.
Good.
My socially allotted amount of internet was given to me.
What's Franklin's home life like? Does he have both parents? Does he have siblings?
Both parents. I think his mum works in some form of higher education. Teaching or administration or something. Unless this is something that I can't remember the backstories of all the parents, so that I don't know if that's, or obviously Bailey, not Bailey, and not Sebastian, but I can't remember what Tegan's parent backstories were. But yeah, I think some sort of higher education, maybe administration. That's the college.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad, I'm thinking some sort of office work. I think they're fairly straight-laced and, they're not particularly weird or out there or extreme. And they are nice enough to read my articles. And I think my mum corrects the spelling.
I was about to say, does she your proofreader?
Yeah, she proofreads. She just through the content, but she will correct the spelling for me.
That's good.
And of course, I wrote an expose on the incident from previous session. I mean, I did retract some names and, who was the boy called? The one that Tegan swapped, had a power swap. Well,
great question. I don't remember. I haven't hunted for my notes. One of the reasons I got the Rocketbook thing is in hopes of like filing my notes rather than always writing them on index cards that I lose. But I don't.
I mean, of course, it's something along the headline of psychic attack at the mall.
Psychic attack at the mall. Going there, huh? You're going there.
Yeah. No, I don't say who did it. I mean, I think I put in, what's the term? Like sources, like, I put like unnamed sources say that the perpetrator regrets the incident, and it won't happen again.
That's good. That actually sounds really like insider baseball. I dig it.
Yeah.
Cool. So, imagining do you think that Franklin, with both parents working, he lives in like a 2-story house with like a white picket fence kind of deal? Like, is it an
Yeah, I think
idyllic
he
middle
has the kind
income?
of the 2.4 children thing, and
Oh, well, are there siblings? Does Franklin Booth have like a little sister, brother, bigger sister, brother, both? What do you think?
older sister away at college studying, occasionally back. So I'm the baby kid of the house. Is that getting typed?
Yes, it's now in the
Okay.
middle schooler parents, so that I don't. I'm just going to change that from parents to family. There we go. Cool. Tyler, do you remember the name of our
I went back looking and I don't have it either.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed of myself. Oh, dang it, Rich. You're the
And
worst.
I didn't go back and re-listen this time.
That's okay.
around. I'm very naughty.
That's okay. No harm.
When
no
you made a
foul.
recording, maybe we can take a break, someone, and then you can look it up or
Jeez,
listen it up.
crackers. Maybe. At this point, we'll just put that as a thing to be done later, because that could take a little bit to go through. It was a few hours worth of game. It was near the end, but still a thing. Cool. So let's pick up with our reporter. Let's say that a week has passed since the events at the video store, and things have started to settle down. You have just handed in to be proofread by your mom, your story, Franklin. And when you head up to your room, we follow as you head up to your room while you wait while she proofreads it. She's pretty quick, but still, it's not going to be an instantaneous thing. What's your room look like? What kind of posters do we see on the wall? Who do you idolize? Or
I think I would have an X-Files poster.
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm wondering if I have the classic "The Truth Is Out There" poster, or some sort of cast photo of, Mulder and Scully back to back with guns out or badges.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I have both.
Might as well.
I do, of course, have a cork board with the red string and the pins, and piecing everything together. Because I think I do have a computer. Parents can afford that.
Oh, 90s. So this is like big CRT monitor, clackety keyboard. I'm into it.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I'm allowed the modem or not. I think it's a different time for the internet. I don't think the same kind of fear of the internet. Yeah, I'm allowed a modem. The only issues are, clogging up the phone line.
Exactly.
We don't have the dedicated.
Not like Sebastian.
Yeah. So if I want to get on the internet, that's the phone out. I've got like a little desk for schoolwork, little office chair, and
Cool.
It's fairly tidy.
Fairly tidy, not a messy thing.
Apart from like my notes and the books that I'm studying and researching, it's pretty tidy.
Cool. So you head up, and you're in your room. We'll say it's evening, it's dark, and when you look outside, it's a clear night. You can hear the ocean if you open up your windows. And I'm imagining older neighborhoods, so still have power lines, across the street and occasional street lamps. And when you look outside, your neighbors across the way, you see the houses, the lights are on in their houses. And one of them has one of those wraparound porches, that takes up a full half of the house itself, that space. It's a really, really big porch, and they've got a swing and everything. Just normal for you. You've seen it for years, as long as you've lived in this particular house. But the one thing that you notice is on that porch is a small, like 2 foot high, furry creature. For a minute, maybe you think, oh, dog. But then you see that it's bipedal. It's very skinny.
I'm grabbing my Polaroid camera straight away.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm like sweeping off some of my devices into my hand and like getting to the window to set up. Like hopefully I've got my laser microphone set up and like connected to the tape recorder.
Nice. And so you quickly grab all that, shoving some things out of the way and leaning up. Do you open the window, or do you?
Very, very slowly open up the window, just enough.
Nice. So you slowly open up the window, and you see that little thing moving. You realize that's a monkey. I don't think you have a zoo in Beachwood. How cognizant is Franklin of different types of monkeys? Is this just monkey?
I think it's just monkey.
All right, cool. So you see this little monkey in it, and it walks and it actually puts a hand up on one of the posts on the porch, and you see it's breathing. It looks tired, and it looks nervously over its shoulder a couple of times, and then you hear something like a bush farther away, like at the far end of the opposite of the street neighbor's house. And the monkey hears that as well, and it immediately starts to scamper across the road, moving quickly. And then you see the headlights of a car oncoming, and you're not sure if the monkey sees it because it keeps looking back towards those bushes. What do you do?
I think I sweep my equipment into my backpack and I'm running downstairs.
Sweet.
Gonna get to the scene.
Awesome. Then, it's a
Mom.
Oh, sorry.
I yell as I pass.
This is good, but and the door opens, and then we hear the screen door slam back and your dad looks up from his paper because he's going to admonish you, but you're well gone. Now, this might be a bit of a stretch for time dilation, but I kind of like the idea that you're trying to protect someone. So I'd like to see you protect somebody. And that basic move is rolling with
Tough, isn't it?
tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flat roll for me. The 9.
Okay. On a protect somebody 7 to 9. On a 7+, you protect them okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. Ooh. So interesting. So you've got all of your equipment. You run down into the street, and you see that it's it's like a big pickup truck, jacked up, and then big tires, right? And the the monkey notices it, but then it's that moment, like, deer in headlights, except monkey in headlights, where it's frozen, and then for a second it looks around and thinks, I'll duck down, but that it's, that's real dangerous. So I think you rush across, right?
I think my aim is to just run out and wave my arms as a...
Oh, you're not going to try to scoop the monkey up and keep going? You're just going to try to stop the truck?
I'm just trying to stop the truck.
Okay. So with a 7 to 9, you're going to suffer some of all the harm they were going to get. I think what happens is that truck slams its brakes on when it sees you coming out of the side, and it stops just inches from you and this little monkey. And it's enough to where you're going to take basically stress harm, because this thing like comes right up on you. And then the guy lays into the horn and he's screaming like, what are you doing, you stupid kid? And I'll give you, I think, 2 harm. It's 2 harm of just stress from being scared within the inches of your lives. That seemed too much. Is that okay?
That is cool.
Okay. Cool. And when the beep happens, the monkey scampers back, and then looking, and you see the bushes as you look across into the darkness of the across the street neighbor for just a second, and you see like eyes, like maybe six pairs of eyes, like maybe and the monkey scampers over to you and like climbs your leg and then over onto your shoulder and then like holds onto your neck, and it's shivering.
Yeah, I'm like, first I like turn to the driver, like, sorry mister, on a case, and I like then I'm back onto my side of the street, just back away from those eyes in the bushes.
And the guy says, I ought to tell your parents. What do you even think you're doing? Look both ways, kid. And
I'm ignoring
turns up his Garth Brooks and he peels out.
I'm ignoring him and just like backing away, keeping my eye on. Actually, I'm reading a bad situation, I think.
Oh, you want to read a scary situation? Awesome.
Yes. Because creepy eyes in the bushes, it seems. That's sharp. I think I'm good at sharp.
You are. That.
I'm okay at sharp. Did that roll?
Didn't see it. Looks like the same 9's still up there.
Try rolling again.
That one came through. Got an 8. It gives you one question.
Only one. Okay. I think, what's the best way to protect the victims? As in the monkey.
That's a great question. The best way to protect the victims, go inside. These things that are moving across the bushes, you see a couple of them come out of the bushes. One of them is a bigger monkey. Doesn't look anything like the monkey that's hiding from you. It looks, maybe it's a baboon. You're not sure. And then see a couple more, and they seem to be shying away from the lights of the house of your neighbor, across the street neighbor. One of them stops and kind of sniffs the air, and the monkey on your neck like hides down.
Sorry, lost a tiny bit of that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the other monkeys sniffs the air, like, and then the monkey that's around your neck hunkers down, like trying to hide away from it and shivering. You feel like any moment now it may just take off, and hey, this problem will be gone because it's just going to run away.
Can't lose a lead. Flash witness.
Okay. So what do you do?
I think I'm like looking, turn to the monkey, like as I'm backing away, like we'll go inside, yeah, we'll go inside just slowly. Nothing to look at. Nothing to see. And I
Nice.
head in.
Cool. So I'm going to give you I imagine you don't want your parents to know you have a monkey. Is that correct or incorrect? Because if you
That
don't
is
care,
correct,
then
yes.
okay. Good call.
I think they would at least question me having a monkey suddenly.
I would imagine that might be a thing that people would question. Give me an act under pressure to effectively move back into the house and get up to your room without either of them noticing there's a monkey clutched around your neck like Yoda from Empire Strikes Back.
Got a 5. Good news.
So the good news is that you get an XP. Bad news is your mom says, Frank, I'm really worried about some of the names you... Oh my God, what is that? Is that a monkey?
It's a source.
A source of what? You hear
A witness for my case.
You hear a creak of your dad's chair as he's getting up, and he throws together his paper, tosses it. What the hell is on that little monkey's head? And that's when, in the light of not being outside and not dealing with a giant truck, you realize that this little monkey has an antenna, a metal antenna, sticking out of the side of its head. The monkey's looking between the three of you, and then it crawls into your arms and tries to look really adorable. Like a baby or something.
Well, I mean, okay, I only just noticed the antenna, but I mean, it's going to be aliens or CIA mind control.
Franklin, your dad says, what in the hell are you talking about? Hey, we don't have a zoo around here. Your mother says, no, this is probably somebody's pet. We need to call the shelter. And
I mean, I can keep it in my room while you make the calls.
See if you can charm somebody to let that happen.
This is where I got good stuff. 11.
Nice.
I mean, it's. I mean, I'll give it some fruits.
Your dad's like, listen, that thing probably has fleas. It might have rabies. And your mom says, it looks sweet enough. This is obviously somebody's pet. I'm sure. Just if it bites you, we'll have to stick it in the bathroom. Okay, Franklin? I'm going to call the shelter. Please be careful. Okay?
Sure.
Lord sakes, monkey showing up in our house.
I think as I pass, I'm just like surreptitiously detach the phone and start.
Nice.
The thing starts extending.
Nice.
As soon as I'm in my room, I would be ringing around everyone.
Okay, that sounds great. Party line. So who's the first to answer the call?
I can do that.
Awesome. Yay, we can see David on screen. Sweet. So I think maybe we do a brief cameo of Echo answering the phone first and then realizing that it's not Percy, but some kid asking for David.
David there?
Yeah, it's me.
I got like CIA controlled monkey here.
The monkey has gone over and shut your window.
Okay.
Then it pulls the curtains.
What kind of monkey? I mean,
CIA
species.
mind controlled.
No. Is it a small monkey? Is it a big monkey? Is it an African monkey? An Asian monkey? What?
It's brown, 2 foot.
I think I'll come over and then we'll figure out what kind of monkey that is and what the wizards want with it.
I've got to ring around everyone else.
Yeah. I'll take my bike.
Yeah.
I'll be
Don't
over.
tell anyone.
Of course not.
No, I shouldn't have said CIA on the phone. Oh, amateur mistake. Okay.
Mm.
Then I ring the next in line.
Sweet. So Bailey, where say it's 8:00 at night. What's your? Oh gosh, it's the 90s. What would be the TV show that Bailey might be watching with her dad?
8 p.m. I mean, I guess we're probably watching The Simpsons, right?
The Simpsons.
Heck yeah. Then the phone rings and probably my dad picks up first.
Yeah. Ellington House.
Hey, Mr. Ellington. Is Bailey there?
Yeah. Hold on. He reaches the phone over, like the cord stretches over him.
Yep. It was Bailey.
I have a hairy visitor, and
This is the dumbest code you've ever used.
George is here in my room, and he may be CIA mind controlled. I whisper, CIA mind control as quietly as I can, because maybe the bugs won't pick it up.
Okay, and?
I need backup.
Is your Harry George visitor hurting you?
No, but there's something else. Maybe 3, 4, I'm not sure. There's things outside.
The monkey has pulled down one of your notebooks.
No, put that back.
And like opened it up and like it's flipping through pages.
Okay, I'll come over.
And then it climbs up onto your
No,
desk
no,
and
just-
accidentally
no,
knocks some things over and
no,
grabs
no.
a pen.
Yeah. I hang up. And next phone call.
Tegan, do you answer the phone before your mother gets to it?
No, it's probably her first. I imagine she's very fond of the phone.
Nice. Marsh residence.
Hey, Mr. Moss, no, give me the pen. Give me the pen.
I don't have your pen, Franklin.
Sorry, Mrs. Marsh. Is Tegan
This
there?
is a very bizarre riddle.
Is Tegan there? Is Franklin?
Well, I thought we were going to play riddles, but all right. Tegan! That
Yeah,
nice young boy
Mom.
Franklin is on the phone.
I got it in my room, Mom. Thank you.
Okay. You don't hear the click of her hanging up.
I got it, Mom.
Okay.
You can hang up now, Mom.
And then eventually you hear the click.
Hi, Franklin.
Hey, you can like talk to animals. Like you talk to,
Well,
you know.
He's sort of special. Why?
I might need a translator. Just put down.
It's trying to get the pen to click.
I've got a monkey in my room and I can't talk anymore. I've already given away too much. Can you come over now?
Yeah, I should. Hopefully, yeah.
Be careful when you arrive. Make sure you bring him with you and stay close. There's maybe things outside.
Oh, awesome. I'll be there shortly.
I would then, while I'm waiting, I would try and stay by the window so I could see them approaching Ink. So
I think David, how far is David's house from Franklin's? Close?
Maybe, yeah, I imagine it.
So you come up on your bike. Anything cool noticeable about David's bike? It wasn't a hand-me-down from Echo, right? He's got his own bike. Like,
I might have, if it was a hand-me-down bike of Echo's, it still would not be a girl bike or anything like that, because Echo wouldn't drive a girl bike. You know,
Exactly.
that would be painted black and have weird stickers on it. So Davey might have that, but he's cool. I mean, he doesn't mind it. He likes having Echo stuff, actually.
That's cute. And
Yeah, it's a bit big for him. He hasn't yet. He isn't really grown out of his kid size yet. He's pretty small, and but he will drive this bike bravely and quickly.
Nice. So you come up to the front door and you head upstairs, and yeah.
Well, the door opens like straight away as he gets onto the
that's cool.
the steps and like in quickly.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just like,
yeah. Okay.
Peek around. Do I see any eyes out there glowing in the bushes?
You see a bush. The next door neighbor to your house moving.
Are you under siege?
And I as soon as you're in, I close the door and like peek through the letterbox.
Yeah, I'm asking, are you under siege or something?
Not sure. There might be baboons. I don't know how it connects to the CIA mind-controlled monkey.
Maybe they're
Maybe
all CIA
aliens.
mind control. Maybe they're all CIA mind controlled monkeys, Franklin. And some of them are obedient, and some of them are not.
The monkey could be a defector.
Yeah, maybe.
What?
Let's take a look at this monkey. Yeah, I want to
Bailey,
see it.
Did you drive, Bailey, over to Franklin's house?
Yeah.
Do you arrive in your dad's truck or in like a rebuilt vehicle of some kind that is your own?
I arrive in a rebuilt pickup truck.
Oh, nice. But not your dad's pickup truck.
But not
Nice.
your dad's.
So when you're
Are
looking
the
at
doors a
the
different
letterbox-
color, by the way? From
Oh,
the,
yeah. Like-
Yeah.
Like it's a small frame too. It's like a blue Toyota with white doors.
Love
And
it.
it's like this really, really faded blue.
Nice. And I think maybe we'll just go ahead and have Tegan ride up in her bike. Banana seat kind of deal for Tegan. Tassels. I can't remember if we have tassels on the.
I do have tassels. But it's got like the little messenger bag to the back of it, because that's how she carries around all her scientific measuring stuff.
Cool.
And of course, Archie's running along beside.
Yes, he does. No problem whatsoever from there.
And I waved to Tegan. Hey, Tegan, what's up?
Franklin seems like he's freaking out and wants me to talk to animals, but he said be careful. And I kind of shine my flashlight around, just as a general sweep. He said that there might be something out here. Archie, you smell anything?
Yeah, I guess you're just going to ask if he smells anything, and that's not necessarily a roll, right? So,
And he does have scent as a power.
He does. So I think, yeah, he's going to say monkeys. Lots of monkeys. He's like sniffing around, and yeah, he's not super happy about this. Lots of monkeys.
It's Bailey, Franklin may be playing Jumanji.
I mean, that was a really cool movie, but I don't want to go there.
Well, Archie says he smells a bunch of monkeys.
Ooh, okay. Let's get inside and just see how Franklin's doing.
Yeah.
adults will go up and knock on the door, and
So we just do a quick like wipe with
door
Franklin.
opens. Yeah.
Pull everybody in. You all rush up
Yeah.
the stairs. Your
Yeah.
dad looks up again, putting down the newspaper for a second. And when you step into your room, you see that the monkey has ripped all kinds of pages out of your notebook and has like scribbled, drawn a bunch of things on all the pages.
No.
I think he means to give you a message. It's
Holy
interesting.
smokes, it's a monkey.
actually never seen one up close before.
Archie
Does he bite?
sniffs it. And so we have a picture. Let me share the picture of aforementioned monkey. And I'm sorry, this is weaponized cuteness. So this is the monkey, except imagine that it has like a little antenna that's like in its head, and the antenna is sticking out. And when it sees Archie, it scampers back in complete fright and hides under your desk, Franklin.
Yeah, I'm just. My notes. I mean, do you think it was a notebook that I'd filled?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah.
this-
It was writing
oh.
on the other side mostly, and occasionally on the stuff that you'd written down.
Hmm.
I'm grabbing these things because he made symbols on them, or is that actual writing?
It was not actual
Okay.
writing.
Cool. So it's symbols. That's interesting. Might have some meaning. I'm trying to. What kind of move would I use? if I
Investigate a
wanted to?
mystery.
Yeah, I want to investigate a mystery. That is
Cool.
with Sharp, right?
It is
I
with
don't
Sharp. Now,
Right.
Sabine, one of the things, the roll with me thing is here. And as a heads up, there's a basic moves tab. We have some alternate investigative mystery questions that you can also ask if
Okay.
they're on column B underneath investigative mystery.
Okay. I hope I have the right one. It's the one linked in the character keeper, right?
10 ought play?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one I have. I've got a name here. And,
Yep, I see you just connected. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just roll and then I'll see what kind of questions I can ask. Roll the dice, and it's a 7. It's
That's
a
like
9.
1. Oh.
Hmm?
Oh,
What?
you got a 9 with a modifier? That would be one question.
Cool. I don't know. Okay. Oh, alternate questions. Can I use these?
You may.
Okay. Can I use what happened here to reinterpret it as what does this creature want to tell me with this?
Sure. That's fine.
That's pretty much what I want to know.
So this little spider monkey, which David would know. You know what a spider monkey is versus other monkeys. You're an expert.
Mm-hmm.
This monkey is trying to draw out different places that maybe it has seen in Beachwood. But what you piece together is it looks like it's asking either to be taken to some place or it's trying to find somewhere to hide.
I will convey this to the rest, that this is my conclusion.
I'm like up against the wall of beside my window, so I'm like, less of a silhouette, like peeking out into the gardens and streets.
And you see there is a rhesus monkey that has climbed up onto the roof of one of the houses across from yours, and it looks around and then it looks right in towards your window. And I think that's our good, like when you pull back, that will be our cut to take a bio break. So for anyone watching, you don't have to wait like 10 minutes or scrub forward because we're pausing the recording now. And we're back. So the spider monkey, oh no, bad lag. Dang it. I wonder if the recording causes the lag. No, that couldn't. It's correlation, but not causation on your end. All right. So the spider monkey, you've discovered, David, with your expertise. Spider monkey is looking for some place to hide from the others. You see some drawings of the other monkeys. You see there's a baboon. There are a number of like rhesus monkeys are the largest of the number, and also the spider monkey's art. It's not that great. Like no Picasso here.
But it can draw another monkey that is not usually within the purview of a monkey's capabilities.
No, not at all.
I think it has to do something with the antenna.
I'm going to squat down to where I can see this monkey under the desk and kind of wave Archie back and little guy, it's okay. Nobody's gonna hurt you. And I'm going to try and reach out and empathy it.
Ooh. Nice. Let's empathize.
So an act under pressure first.
Okay.
And that's a 5.
Oh my.
Hang on, how much luck do I have? Have I used any? I've used 1. Let's use another one. I'd like to. This seems a good use.
And when you spend a point of luck, your first encounter comes up in play. It could be a flashback, new occurrence, or related event. Yeah. Okay. So spending a point of luck gives you the ability to do the thing. So now you roll plus weird. That's rough, man.
But I got an 11.
Okay. So you hunker near this little guy. Say some soothing words. And as you start to dial in, Archie just kind of fades back. There's a moment, Bailey and David and Franklin, if Alice can hear me, where you actually see Archie flicker for a moment. Kind of like if you remember that bit in The Matrix, and in fact, that happened in 1999, so it's not too bad if you reference it, but that thing where like the cat goes and then it comes back in, like you see Archie just flicker and then he's back. Tegan, you reach out to this monkey and you realize something has been done to this monkey, and it's not just like a living, breathing being. It's sentient, like it's aware, it's scared. You feel that there is some kind of signal or connection, almost like a modem trying to hook up to the network, coming at it, barraging it from all around, and it's looking for somewhere, anywhere that it can go to avoid the signal. You also realize that it can speak sign language. I don't know if Tegan can speak sign language, but it has a name. It is named Rola, R-O-L-A.
Rola, it's gonna be okay. Does anybody still have one of those tinfoil hats we got?
I open a drawer and I, of course, have a roll of tinfoil because who wouldn't always have a roll of tinfoil at hand?
Something's trying to get into this poor little guy's head. Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a male.
It's a man. This poor little guy's head. I think it's coming through the antenna. It's trying to get away from that signal, and it's okay. It's all right. It's really scared, but it's smart. Smart like a person.
Huh.
Yeah, should we fold a tinfoil hat for Rover?
Just wrap it around the antenna.
If it's a TV antenna, that gets better reception.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Monkey will move out from the table kind of curiously as you guys are talking. It's looking at the tinfoil, but it seems unsure, like it doesn't know.
Let's just try a skull cap. Now, if it'll let me put it around it.
Yeah, he does. He kind of cranes his neck, and you see where the side of his head has been shaved for the antenna. You see that there are surgical scars. You also see that there's a tag on his ear.
Anything on
Like
the
a,
tag?
like a little science tag.
we should
on
take it
him.
off maybe, because I think at least something's going to be able to trace him. I mean, probably the antenna, but who knows about this tag? Also, smart people shouldn't be tagged.
Let me take a look at it. See what I can see. If it's not traceable, then frankly, I think leaving it in is just more comfortable at this rate. I don't know.
Okay, Bailey. Do you have a move you're trying to engage here specifically?
Not that I can specifically
Okay.
point to. No, I'm just looking at the tag, seeing if it's, more than a thin piece of plastic. Maybe try to shine a flashlight through it and see if there's a shadow of something embedded inside.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, so yeah,
See if a magnet sticks to it, that kind of.
Oh yeah, when you get a magnet, it does stick to it. It appears there's probably something in here.
Okay. All right. There's metal in it, so there's probably a chip.
Have anything written on it?
I kind of walk off a little bit, muttering to myself, of course there's a chip. I mean,
Of course, there's a
Letter and a
chip.
couple of numbers. I mean,
Yeah, there is a basically a series of numbers and like a barcode scan to it, and there's also there would be one for a lab. There's a science lab located here in Beachwood, and
give me the numbers.
okay, I read them off for him.
I open the door for a second. Mom, I'm taking the phone line.
okay, honey, the shelter is closed for the night, and the emergency number is ringing fast busy. I don't know what's going on. I'm going
Everything's
to be
fine.
talking.
And I close the door.
Oh.
And I boot up the internet.
Nice. Bing, 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 bing. I have a little Dr. Doogie Howser music in the background as we ski. So it's North Star R&D.
Am I investigating a mystery with this?
Yeah.
It feels like what we're doing. Do I have any? forgot if I have any specific. I'm not talking to witnesses, interviewing locals, or anything that requires interpersonal
No,
skills.
sadly.
No. No. But I am rolling with sharp.
You're relatively sharp.
I have one sharp. I got a 10.
Nice. Get to hold 2 questions on investigate a mystery.
Okay. I imagine like I'm taking prompts from people as I'm,
We have the like Herculean
surfing the
monochrome,
electric
basic
highway.
everything as Franklin is logged in, is tapping away, hacking.
Yeah, it looks like hackers. There's smiley emojis.
I mean, it's the 90s, so
Yeah.
but yeah, like we see an ASCII art piece of North Star R&D come out, command.
There's websites that just play music as soon as you start them up. That's always nice.
MIDI players.
Yeah.
Little Napster age going on. That's so good.
What happened here?
So you see on the North Star R&D that there are a number of white papers on bioorganic artificial intelligence assistance, and also bio-enhanced networking programs. And from what Tegan has described to you about some signal that perhaps there's something going on there, that something's trying to connect with your spider monkey.
And once the cap's gotten on the monkey, I've brought out from my saddlebag some of my little instruments, and I'm seeing if that's affected the signal at all, and seeing if the monkey looks happier.
Yeah, so you put the little skull cap on it, and it holds it on, kind of a little hand on top of it, trying to make it sure, but you still see that it seems a little stressed still. Like it wants this to work, but it still occasionally kind of grits its teeth a little bit. And as you're pulling out your scientific instruments, Tegan, to try to figure this out a little bit more, you hear like over the roof above you guys, you hear some like scampering of something moving along the roof. And
I've got my second question.
Yeah.
What is being concealed here?
Ooh, what is being concealed here? From researching the North Star R&D, you're able to ferret out that the person who is responsible for this particular work is a woman by the name of Dr. Natalie Soames.
I scribble it on one of my remaining notepad pages.
And you get some information that she was here, like we'll get this little bit from her. Near the white papers, there's a bit of like Dr. Natalie Soames. Dr. Natalie Soames was a leading light in experiments during the 1970s, working with dolphins to detect mines and to complete other complex underwater tasks.
I think we've got a lead.
Huh.
And if this doesn't lead to CIA Black Ops missions, I don't know what does.
Yeah, I think we need to be safe from the other monkeys.
So I've got an idea to help make our little guy here more comfortable, but I don't know if we're gonna like it.
Mm,
So
Yeah.
antenna reception strength is usually directly correlated to antenna size. I have some wire clippers. We could just clip the antenna down a bit, and that might reduce the range that anybody could broadcast to him with.
Yeah.
But it's right in his head.
but you're not bulk clipping his head.
Not clipping his head, but
Oh,
I doubt it'll feel good.
do you think that's what you want us to do?
And David, do you speak sign language?
I wouldn't know why I would know that. No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So, like, does what you guys would probably recognize as ASL, but then he just nods, realizing that you
Bailey
guys don't
knows
get it.
like how to spell.
Awesome. So he's like, yes, he is interested in this, even though what you guys are laying out, he understands there's some danger.
Okay. I'm good at this kind of stuff, but I've never done this specific thing before. But I'll be careful.
Archie starts to growl, and he moves up towards the window in your room, Franklin, and actually starts barking.
I think I want to go there. I think I want to go into my backpack and see if I have the bear spray in it that we might need right now.
You might need that, and I think you've got to move for such things.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was aiming for.
Roll preparedness.
Yes, I'm rolling plus sharp here. Roll the dice. Oh wow, yeah, it's a 12. I've got it.
Nice.
So I will go up.
You have it right here, right now.
Yeah, I'll start to shake it and I say, wait, Tegan, maybe it's a good idea for Archie not to be near the window, because if there's one of these monkeys, I kind of want to make it aware that it shouldn't be there.
Meanwhile, Archie is like barking, like full on, I will kill you barking at that window. Like he thinks there's something right on the other side of it, and he's trying to warn it away.
Arch, shh. It's okay. We know it's out there. If it comes in, we'll get it.
No, kill it. I will kill it.
Well, it may not know what it's doing. It might be controlled. Let's try not to kill it.
Okay.
Good boy.
Just
So
rip
if
its arm
Archie,
off. That's fine.
Archie moves back a little.
He does. He moves back a little bit. He's hesitant, but he's also still in front of Tegan, which is his primary directive. So, yeah, he'll let you do a thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll try to do the snip real quick before anything happens. I figure.
So you want to help Bailey pull this off, because this will definitely be an act under pressure, I think.
I think I'm there with the equipment and stuff besides, so I can probably try and give a reading to see, as you snip, and if we have to snip a little lower, or all that sort of thing.
That works.
Okay.
I think you've got like some kind of little sonar thing, and it's fun. That's fun. I like that. So David, you are gonna pop out and bear spray a monkey? Kick some butt.
I was going to open the window a little and just spray out. I don't know if I hit anything. This is more like, stay away. We got stuff like this, and you shouldn't be here. I don't know if that's really kick some butt, because
you're right. I don't feel like that's necessarily kick some butt.
Is this the preparedness thing?
Yeah.
That's having the bear spray. So I think it might be, I don't know, trick somebody.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Go ahead and roll plus charm. It's a little bit of a sideways to get there, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'll try that. I'm totally bad with charm, but maybe I'll fall out of the window. I do fall out of the window because I've got a 3.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it's a thing where maybe you don't know, like you're not so bad that you would just fall out of a window, but I think maybe you reach out there and you start to spray, and one of the
Mhm.
monkeys grabs your arm and just yanks you. And this isn't a monkey; it's like a baboon. So
Ooh.
it's strong enough with its upper body to pull you out. And I'm imagining maybe like there's one of those like you're just not going to fall a whole story, like fall onto this
Mhm.
little part of the roof, right? Where you're on the little bit of the edge, and the thing hisses at you, and it looks like it's going to attack you. What do you do?
I scream.
Nice.
12. It's a monkey. I scream and I panically, in total panic, I will spray the bear spray all over us.
Now let's kick some butt.
It probably is. I'm a bit. There's just nothing. Oh, wait, I've got a charm of 0, so that was 4. Now comes the stat I'm really bad with. Which
Yeah,
is
roll
tough.
tough, or whatever.
Yeah, you know. Oh, wow, that's the 2.
A 2.
Franklin is making his way towards the
Yeah,
window with
please
the.
help.
Yeah.
Have luck.
You have luck. That's true, David. If you want to spin some luck here.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
I'm
I
coming in
don't.
there with my metal detector.
No, I think I want to have the XP and take the harm. I think this is a fine scene because David is good at some stuff, but fighting, no, it's not.
Okay.
That's not it.
Yeah, you like spray a bunch of bear spray, and then the baboon doesn't bite you anything. It just flings you off of the roof, and you fall to the. It's grassy, but still 3 harm as you
Okay.
slam
Ow.
into the ground, falling a story in half.
And I think my eyes are tearing up because I've hit myself with a
Yeah.
stupid bear spray.
That's part of the 3 because
Yeah.
that's rough.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
rough stuff.
Ow.
So you've taken an ouchie.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's crazy. So let's see, Bailey, if you pull off the snippety as this craziness is going on, because now the
Yeah.
baboon is going to try to come into the room.
I mean, I'm trying to climb out with my.
Well,
metal
it's in
detector.
it gets in your way with your metal detector. It's going to try to throw you too.
Well, I'm going to put the metal. Well, I'm curious about what's going to happen with Bailey, but I'm putting my metal detector up against it, so if it's got metal in it, it's going to be going crazy.
Oh,
noises.
nice. Oh, that's cool. So let's have you kick some butt then.
Okay.
I mean, you're trying to hurt it. It's going to try to
Yeah.
hurt you back.
Sorry, just going to get my stats.
Then we'll do Bailey, assisted by Tegan. Tegan, do you want to go ahead and roll your help?
Flat roll for me. 7.
And you're rolling plus cool for help, Tegan. Oh, you already got it. Sweet.
And I got a 9.
All right, 7. You guys swap harm. So it is going to be pretty unhappy about that. But I think it's going to claw you. It's going to claw your arm, like trying to grab the thing and wrest it away from you. You also are dealing with bear spray all up in the air, which is terrible. And so I think you, with the scratch and the bear spray, you're going to take 2 harms. No, not 3. I think 3 harm as well, right? Because you just got scratched by a baboon and you've taken a whiffle of bear spray. The metal detector goes off and it screeches. It's in a lot of pain, and it looks like it's going to try to grab your metal detector and throw it away. What do you do, Franklin, when it does that?
Well, I try and like roll past because I'm trying to get to the ground, but with a less of a being flung off and more of a controlled.
Okay, cool. Act under pressure to do that. I think on a 7 to 9, you can either choose to keep the metal detector or hit the ground gracefully, but you won't get both.
Oh yeah, 11.
Nice. So you adroitly leap off like a ninja for a moment, fly through the
I'm
air.
not leaping off. I want to have the softest landing. I want to roll off.
You
Slide
roll off. Yeah, you slide off and keep hold of the metal detector, and this baboon is going to take off scamper away across and get away from that bear spray. You hit the ground near David, who is maybe, I don't know, are you sitting up? Like that was enough to ring your bell for a little bit there.
I mean, I'm 2 harm more than David at the moment, so
well.
I'm like land with a.
If you land heavily,
Heavy.
Yeah, that's some rough stuff. You're gonna need somebody to look at that, or it's gonna get worse. It's I think you twisted your ankle, right? You're gonna need somebody to look at that, or it's gonna continue to get worse. Swing back up to Bailey. Tegan helping you, even though this craziness is going on right like a few feet away from you, and this poor monkey.
Okay, so this time I roll?
Terrified. Sorry, yes, now
4
you
times
roll.
later.
You get a
Now I
+1.
roll.
4 times
Okay.
later. I'm sorry. I did a terrible job of cross-cutting there. And did you add in the +1 also from Tegan along
I didn't.
with your cool? So that'll be
so
+1
I got
what you're doing.
cool. So I got 8 on the dice, +1 from my roll modifier, and
+1
+1 from
from
Tegan.
help.
So I got a 10.
Sweet. So using Tegan's assistance, you line it right up, and there's a little shivering spider monkey. Is there anything you say to it before you do the final clip?
I think this is the last one. It's going to be real quick. 3, 2, 1. Snip.
With your little 10 snips, the antenna comes off, and the device continues to power. Like you see, there's a little indicator light, but can you confirm that the signal received by this coming into this has got to be significantly reduced? And the monkey
Did it, Bailey?
and then it climbs up into your lap, and then it hugs you.
Aw. I rub his little back. I can't resist the cute. And then I'll
It's powerful, cute.
scoop him onto my shoulder, and
Yeah, he'll climb up onto your shoulder. He's cool with that.
yeah. And observe the fight that's broken out.
It's more like the aftermath of the fight that's broken out.
The baboon fled.
Yeah, the baboon fled. The other monkeys appear to be gone for now. That bear spray and the commotion this happened is enough to.
Where's
spook
Davy?
them.
Well, Davy and Franklin all just disappeared off the roof in varying
They went out
degrees
the
of being
window.
thrown or fall.
Oh. Oh. Ow.
Okay,
Ow.
let's go get him.
Probably best to close the window. That bear spray. If a wind brings that in here, then yeah, Franklin's not getting a good night's sleep for a few weeks. So
Yeah.
you shut the door, and you guys rush down and head outside, and you find Franklin.
Well, I did, as they approach, I jab my metal detector in that direction before realizing it's them.
Nice.
Y'all okay? You don't look so good.
I think
I got
Bust
some
my
bear spray.
ankle.
My eyes really hurts.
I got some of the bear spray. And did you get clawed? I got clawed.
I fell off the roof. I don't know.
Same.
Yeah. Well, your roof is too high. You should have
Don't
rating.
hit my roof. Normal roof height.
You need to be bandaged, and you might even need to go to a doctor.
I can go to a doctor. My mom would kill me.
Well, actually, I was looking at Franklin.
Okay.
All right, let's.
I don't
No,
see
I'm
let's
good. I'm
not-
good. And I try and
let's-
stand up.
Oh yeah, that's when you crumple.
Does he have a broken
It's a sprained
water?
ankle. I think it's sprained pretty bad. He's gonna, if he can get bandaged up, he could probably make it work, but right now he should not be on that.
You clicked over into bed space on arm.
Yeah, he did.
Oof. Yeah. All right. Tegan, could you help David get his eyes washed out? Just a lot of running water. And
Yeah.
I'll see if I can't get Franklin's ankle wrapped here, at least for now.
Just tell my mum you need a drink of water
Well,
or something.
and you got a garden hose?
Oh yeah. Just around the corner.
Come on, Dave.
Okay, I'm not crying. It's just the bear spray.
I know, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not a crybaby
Same with the
or
boogers.
anything.
It's just the bear spray.
It's
I think
okay,
like
come on.
snot's running out of David's
Probably,
yeah.
I mean.
eyes are
It's-
just
and-
all puffy.
And he's not a tough kid, so he's probably really crying. But
Oh, it's
kind of
terrible.
getting bear spray into your eyes, probably. I don't know how that feels, but I don't think
It's not good.
fun.
To be honest,
Yeah.
Tyler would be crying if he fell off a roof.
And got bear sprayed? Yes, I would
Yeah.
be crying.
Yeah, but falling off a roof when you're 12 is not as bad as falling off a roof when you're 40.
That's probably true.
Legit.
Uh,
So yeah, I grabbed some ace bandages out of my backpack, and
is anyone looking out for baboons?
you're gonna have to look out for baboons, pal. I'm busy.
I imagine Archie is also on
Yeah,
point.
Archie answers Tegan, I am watching for baboons. You should have let me tear its arms off.
I'll listen next time.
I love you.
Forget,
anyway.
can we hear this?
I love you too. You probably could hear a little bit of the buzz. You could hear me talking.
Yeah.
And he's familiar enough with all of you that you've heard him before. So yeah, you could probably hear it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not against the ripping arms off of baboons plan.
Just wanted to scare it. But, well, that didn't work. Apparently.
Oh yeah, it did. You scared him right off. That
Well,
was very brave, David.
I jumped out to help as
You
well.
were brave too, Franklin. You're both pretty.
Thank you.
I'll be turning on the hose and just keep your eyes open. Spray, 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 spray.
Yeah, I'm good with that being enough to I mean with harm of 3 to 7, I think it just goes away with time, if I remember correctly. So if we skip scenes, then we'll say that you're feeling okay, just a little shaken. 4 to 7 harm wounds are serious and unstable, but you treat that by washing out his face, and poor Franklin will let you drop down to 4 harm, and then 1 scene later you'll be okay. That seem fair?
I was looking at the Stepford wife and was briefly hypnotized. So can you repeat where
That's
I
okay.
was harmed?
So the way that 0 harm up to 3 harm only has minor short-term effects. David has 3 harm, right?
You mean Franklin? Oh yeah, David has 3 harm. And Franklin
David has 3 harm. Franklin has 4.
Yeah.
So Franklin was to that point where he has serious and unstable wounds. By Tegan helping out, washing out his eyes, we'll say that lets it effectively no longer unstable. I just like for it to be a thing that bothers Franklin for 1 more scene, and then
Yeah.
He shakes it off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now that his ankle's bound up, it's like, oh wow. This is going to be a lot of ointment. Damn. Gets out the hydrogen
Oh.
peroxide and the tube of Neosporin.
Nice.
So, I mean, we've
Lots
got
of
like
that terrible
a
white
monkey.
foaming that stings.
God. Oh yeah. Oof. And I think what happens after all the medicine is applied is Rolla, the spider monkey, just leans forward and like kisses the ace bandage and then sits back and looks up at you expectantly.
I pat them on the head.
They close their big wide eyes and nod sagely. They may
So-
sign something to you that you don't understand.
I just like nod. Totally.
We should get a book of sign language.
Yeah, we should. I have one, and I think I have one. I have lots of language books because they're interesting.
Well,
I mean, it's in my basement.
we may want to move because I guess they know where we are, where he is.
Yeah, where do we want to go? I can give
Um,
us a ride if a couple of you are cool with laying down in the flatbed.
We can go to my basement. I mean, it's at least it's protected against magic. Probably not the baboons, but
Okay, just give me a second. I need to come up with an excuse. And I go in and like holding things nearby to try and not put any weight on my. I come into the kitchen through the back door. Come into the kitchen where maybe.
Are
my
you
mum's,
done
like,
with
got some papers out or something.
computer, Franklin?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sure.
Good. I'm going to try to call the shelter again.
Bailey said she would drive us with the monkey directly there. And
This isn't going to be some kind of monkey road trip, is it?
well, I mean, we'll have a monkey and we'll be on the road, but I mean, we'll be back as soon as possible. We'll just sort out the monkey, the business, and
Yes.
we'll get it back. What would you like?
I'm really nervous about this monkey, and I think you need to charm her for to not put conditions on this.
Okay. I'm good with this, so let's. I mean, it's. I mean, have you seen the size of the monkey? It's tiny, and Bailey will be with me, and she's super tough, and David will be there as well, and Tegan, and she's got a dog with her, so
It's quite a menagerie you have gathered, Franklin. I'll finish up proofreading your article, and I hope that you're home by curfew. If not, then your father will not be very happy about that.
I not.
And then she reaches out to kind of give you. What? Did you take a bath? Or do you know? She goes and gets a clean wash towel. It starts to kind of wiping off your hair a little bit because you're drenched wet from
water fights.
You too. You kids are so silly. So, yep. So. And then she'll let you go.
Yeah. And I hobble out while she's not looking.
Nice.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
So let's sneak down to our basement. Echo's out, which is good.
All
I think
right.
she's out. I hope she's out.
Ooh, is
Brooke?
Hmm?
Nothing.
What?
No.
Whatever. Brooke draws pictures of monsters. You do real journalism. It's fine. Come on.
Sabine, Franklin and Sebastian are super fans of Brooke's zine. Like they've gone to her Brooke's GeoCity site and like left comments about particular zine articles.
And you say she just draws pictures? I mean, come on. I know.
Okay, I
those
guess
things
she
are out
writes
there.
stuff too, but whatever.
I know the truth when I see it.
It's out
Yes,
there.
she
Exactly.
hangs out with my sister.
Egan gets it.
So, I mean, sure, I don't care about seas. are drawn pictures unless they're of magical circles. What? I'm laughing. What's so funny
Nothing.
about that?
Not a thing. It is, well, it's very prudent.
Yes.
Okay, we've got a monkey from a
Yep.
lab that
Mhm.
does animal augmentation. They sent their other monkeys to come get it, and those were violent and hurt people. This seems like a very irresponsible lab. What are we going to do about it?
I mean, that's not something
We
that
tell the
can be.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably
we-
it.
yeah. I mean,
I post it in the paper.
mhm.
Everyone knows about it.
Has anybody
What?
ever believed something you put in your paper, Franklin? I mean, they think that's just stories that you're. That I mean, I think we need
It's
proof.
the truth.
Yes, but that people don't believe the truth. People need proof.
I think that we
I take
need
out
to.
my Polaroid camera and take a picture of the monkey while looking at David.
Like I'll show you.
And like, yeah, and like,
Nice.
and then
I think the
take
monkey
out
like
the developing picture.
kind of poses like it has a side it prefers.
Yeah, and then I'm like
Nice.
Probably the
shaking
side
the
without the scars.
Polaroid.
Yeah, it's
The
the side
Polaroid.
without the scar. So it's like on my right side that doesn't have the
Yeah.
antenna.
I'm giving it a shake to kind of get it.
Okay,
Develop.
time out, guys.
Yeah.
Franklin, you're good at what you do, but you write for a school newspaper. So it doesn't matter if people think that you write lies or not, because middle schoolers are going to read it. So
And
we've got to
parents.
do some of the heavy lifting and get tip-offs to a bigger newspaper.
Could be
We
published in
call
a
the
real
police.
newspaper.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what
Tyler.
Tyler said.
Could we call the police and say that we saw a bunch of monkeys running around?
Could call animal control and say, "Oh, we saw a bunch of monkeys running around."
And they're not going to
Well,
be part
Franklin's
of the.
mom was already having a pretty hard time with that. I mean, animal control has posted hours and they kind of don't do anything for you unless you've already captured the animal, which is, let me tell you, perfect.
My biggest worry is if we tell a story and the newspaper gets it, well, they're going to take our little friend and just keep doing experiments on it.
It's not really illegal, right? To do
Right.
experiments on monkeys.
I'm not entirely sure that giving an animal sentience and then doing experiments on them is legal, but I don't care if it's legal or not. I don't want him to have experiments done on him.
Legal
Yeah.
and right are two different things, for
Yeah,
sure.
but we're on the same page, but if we want to go somewhere to the police, we can't just say there's an animal lab and they do it in experiments on animals.
And then they unleash them on people.
That is a problem, maybe, but then we would have to show how they were unleashed because, oh, look, I've sprayed myself with bear spray and okay, Franklin got scratched.
Yeah. We could go to the lab and take pictures there. I mean, that'd be a huge scoop, and that would give more evidence.
Maybe we can talk to this scientist. Maybe she's not horrible. Who knows?
Yeah.
That seems like a really good way to get ourselves surrounded by orangutans with antennas coming out of their heads and
Oh.
also security guards.
Do you have any sort of well, let's see. We know Franklin's mother's in higher education.
Right.
So that implies there is an institute of higher education somewhere nearby. could we maybe get in touch with somebody at the university or at the college who knows about this stuff that could at least tell us some of what's going on?
We could tell a little white lie and say that I'm coming to pick up one of some of my mum's papers for her.
I'm pretty convincing when I try.
Sure. And I mean, didn't you say that she was a big deal, the main scientist at this lab? A big deal in the 70s with dolphins? There's gotta be some kind of new fluff piece, right? These people are always getting talked up. Somebody's always interviewing them to secretly tell them how great they are. Oh, you figured out how much a roach fart weighs. Can you tell us how that makes you so smart?
Basically, it would be very smart to figure out how much a roach fart weighs.
Big questions and the little ones.
Yeah, but if you can measure that, then you can measure all kinds of stuff, and I'm getting distracted here.
What is, just, I'm curious, what is David's hideout? Like the place that we're at, you've got a laboratory and a library and protections. Like, what does this look like? I really, really want to know.
It's kind of a basement, and yeah, there is a garage in the basement, like you can drive down. There are 2 cars, one of mom's, one of dad's, and there are different, they're pretty much storage rooms, right? They are like, there are wooden walls, they're not super tough or anything, and one of them has one of the walls is sprayed with all kinds of images and stay out. That's Echo's part, and one of it is pretty much just David's thing. If you go in, it becomes a little more weird because there's a magical laboratory in there, so there is bubbling stuff, and there are lots of books and everywhere books and lab thingies, and nothing fits together really. Nothing.
Is there a mini fridge?
Yes, there is a mini. There hasn't
I was going to say,
been,
because it'd be seriously incomplete without the mini fridge.
but once he was informed that he should have a mini fridge, he organized some kind of mini fridge and kind of set up some kind of. I mean, maybe one of you did the electricity thing that it would work. But yeah, he's got a mini fridge, and there are lots of kind of runes and stuff. Or no, that's not runes. Let's make this little scrolls that hang around the whole room that are, as David says, protection spells.
That's amazing. And wow, I just love that this kid that Echo ignores has like this crazy magical lab in the basement. It kind of reminds me. Yeah.
He's invited her.
Of course he has.
He wanted to show off, but she was like, come on, I don't want to see your lame little compartment. It's probably just boring stuff. I've got something to do now.
That's so good. Like the two of you just like, oh, that's so good. That's so good. Brief aside, the movie Better Off Dead with the protagonist has a young brother, and there are these scenes of the young brother like ordering through a mail order catalog or a rocket, and then he builds the rocket, and it's like incredible. Like that is kind of David in this. It's great. Yeah. Rolla pays attention during all of this, rapt attention, listening. It's very obvious that Rolla can understand everything that you guys are saying. And it seems to, like, it doesn't understand culture, but it understands words. So there are aspects of like going to a college. It's not sure what exactly that means, but it follows along, it nods, it seems amiable to the idea. But then
I've got an idea.
It doesn't want to go, I don't think.
I've got an idea because, I mean, this, I think we could do some sort of spell that would translate his gestures into a spoken language as long as he keeps in the magical circle or something like that. Pretty sure that's how magic works.
Do you want to do some magic? Is that what you're
Of
trying
course.
to do?
Yes.
Amazing. It's our
Absolutely.
first actual someone doing magic.
A spell?
Magic
Yeah.
powers.
Magic powers, you know? And I'm trying what I'm trying to achieve, effect. Do
Like
one
a psychic
thing.
thing.
Communicate with something that you do not share a language with. That's what I want to do.
Oh, so you want to talk to Rolla? That sounds great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I want to make a
Sweet.
circle, and when we put Rolla in it, and then the magic would translate the words that it signs into our language. That we
Oh,
can
that's
understand.
cool. That sounds amazing.
Franklin feels a bit more comfortable. It's a psychic thing. It's not magic. Psychic.
It's not really psychic. It's really books, and I'll explain, but I'll have to figure out how to do this. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to achieve.
I mean, the
Okay.
websites they took LSD.
Not taking LSD. Drugs are bad for your brain.
But they give you telekinesis and psychic abilities. So. Right, Tegan?
Not those drugs, no.
So silly.
I'm doing my spell.
Okay.
Rolling plus weird, right?
Yeah.
See how that goes. Well, I've rolled a 6 and I've got a weird of +1, so it's a 7.
Ooh, so you pick an effect and you pick a glitch. You pick the
Yeah.
glitch, I bring it into the story. I'll figure out how it will work.
Okay. I think I don't want to take one harm here. Draws immediate unwelcome attention? No. Unproblematic side effect? No. I think it's just a short duration. So maybe good for one conversation and then it's gone. Can't use it.
Nice. And so you've cast a spell. Do you have like a radio set up? Like how is the voice coming out? What do you imagine?
Good question. I think what we need here is, no, it's actually a magical circle. I've drawn it, and then I've drawn some symbols on it, and then I've rolled some dice on it, because for some reason David believes rolling dice is a magical trigger.
Uh-huh.
And then Rula of course has to be in the circle, and when she signs, then the circle will speak.
Okay.
Because it's magic. It's not a radio or anything. It's just really it's really magic.
It
Speaks. I think Rolla is a guy, right? So it sounds a little like Davy's dad.
Sweet. So then we quickly see the monkey bouncing through some signs, and it never, like the words never issue from its mouth, but you hear emanating from the circle itself. It says the network wants to get me. They think that I'll complete their freedom. All the other monkeys are the network. They say that I'm missing.
Oh.
So they want to join minds with you. They want to do a mind meld with you, and then they'll be free.
They'll be stronger. I'm smarter than they are, and they want to add me to lift them so that they can break free. The lady.
Dr. Soames?
The lady in the white coat. She wants to use us, all of us, and I escaped. And I guess they escaped too because they've come after me.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't send them? They came after you on their own?
She doesn't know what she's done. She doesn't understand.
Oh.
Would you be in control of them if you joined them?
I don't want to control anyone.
Don't blame
Hmm.
me. If the thing in their head was taken out, would it change them back?
There's a signal. They hear the signal, I hear the signal, and they connect to it, and I try to stay away from it. This helped. What you did to the antenna, it helped.
Need to get to the signal. We need to switch off the signal.
That sounds easier than trying to cut the wires from the
Oh,
heads
yeah.
of baboons.
Yeah.
There's a tower near the laboratory. That's where the signal comes from. What I don't understand is when I go too far from the signal, it hurts.
Oh.
So I don't understand what will happen if the signal goes away, but I think it's the only way.
So maybe your whatever is in your head needs kind of the signal to function, and if it was taken out, it would cease to function. That would hurt you. We don't want that, but
It sounds like a security thing. Something that keeps them from getting too far away from the lab. Signals, though, are just, I mean, they're just frequencies, right? So if you can just record the frequency.
And if it hurts when you're too far away, then that means whatever the hurting is in you, because it's then the absence of the signal that causes the pain. It can't be the signal that causes the pain because it's gone.
And
if we could figure out how to turn that off in you.
Maybe we could just build a radio or something that would project the signal, but at a really small range, just so that Roller can keep it with him, and wouldn't then.
There was an episode of X-Files where they talked about EMPs.
That's Echo's.
Is that a thing?
Department, not mine.
That would short something out.
Yeah, that's different.
But if it's in them, sorry, in you.
Oh, I mean, maybe we can play it on a Walkman or something, and then Roller can hear it.
I got a tape recorder.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I mean, those play sound frequencies, not radio frequencies. It's different.
You'd have to get a transmitter that put out the same frequency, or again, do something here with what's in his head. But it sounds like we need to cut off the signal anyway if we're going to help those others.
Right.
I want to help them. I don't want to take over their minds. I think we should stop the signal.
Okay.
So we just have to break into North Star Labs, or at least the grounds, and take out a communications tower.
Yep.
While being chased by baboons.
And that's when Rolla signs something more, but then nothing comes out from the spell. And he looks around, it looks very... And then he kind of just little shoulders slump. And
sorry.
He comes over and he just kind of pats your hand, David, and then he climbs over and climbs up onto Bailey's shoulder.
That's really impressive, David.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't have enough juice. I had more time to do it right, and it would work better. But well,
I still wonder if we might not want to talk to somebody who may know more about this and not in that lab. I mean, if we
who?
turn off the signal and it kind of erases Rola's, I mean, it's kind of like existence disappearing. Somebody at the university surely would know something.
What about a science teacher?
Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Insert name here.
Professor Proton.
What do we say? Because it's
no. I said Professor Proton, but no.
maybe that's his nickname.
It's like Mr. Walsh or something.
I mean, Mr. Walsh, he knows loads of stuff.
Very
He did that thing with the
distant-
magnesium. He went,
Very
That was
distant
cool.
relation from
That's-
Wolf.
It's chemistry. We need physics. Could we talk to a guy at the Radio Shack because they know stuff like that?
Maybe.
Sure.
I mean,
Then we get to go to the mall.
yeah.
And at the very least, that'd be where we could pick up stuff to make our own transmitter.
Right.
Franken looks at his watch and has a slightly worried oh, I better be back. But he doesn't say anything.
Probably need to be tomorrow. I mean, it's almost 9.
Yeah, they
probably
close
gotta
in
get
5
home.
minutes.
Yeah.
I did say I really should be getting back.
Bailey, you want to keep our little friend, or do we think he'll be safer here in David's hermetically sealed closet?
But they have to stay alone. I can't stay here overnight.
Bailey's got some
he
big
hugs the
dog.
side of Bailey's neck, like, want to go with Bailey.
You can come with me. Between me and Rocco and Dad, I think it's fine. Rocco being the junkyard dog.
Yeah. Rolla looks at you about the words junkyard dog, but yeah.
Okay.
So-
What is today?
We'll say it's a weekday then, maybe. So because there's school tomorrow, right? There's a concern about school tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow's Friday? Just a Thursday
Sure.
night? Sound good?
All right, well, then I guess we meet up after school.
That sounds good.
All right. So I think that's the perfect point for us to cut because I know that Alex needs to go soon anyway. So let's see if we can get through our end of session stuff real quick. End of session. Did you conclude the current mystery? Nope. Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Baboons.
I think so. Well,
Like
maybe
Rolla.
not the baboons, but like
No, we saved people. I think
Safe to the
baboons could be all worse.
yeah, true. Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, I mean, what this lab's doing and all of that's pretty interesting.
And also
There's
David has
intelligence.
psychic abilities as well.
I don't have psychic abilities.
I saw you.
I
do the
can
thing.
just do it's magic. It's not a psychic ability. Tegan has psychic abilities.
Yes. And
And did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters, a member of the squad? I think we saw it.
I could just repeat what I just said.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So with 3 yeses, that is 2 XP for everyone. I think maybe someone leveled, got an advance.
It wasn't me, but
I'm 1 away.
So close.
Unless I got another fail. Did I get any other fails?
You were rolling gangbusters for a while there.
I think I just got the 1. early.
Okay. Cool. With that in mind, let's quickly go through stars and wishes. Alex, go ahead. Star and wish it up so you can get out of here on time. I'm so proud of that.
I like the low level. I think carried over from our histories, the low level antagonism between me and David. It wasn't like a major thing, but there was like just a little hint of it, which I enjoyed. I again liked our little small connections into the greater multiverse that we had. And I really liked to see that I got to see Franklin's parents.
Me too. That really paid off. Good. Any wishes you have?
To maybe actually see a little bit of the school stuff next week.
Yes,
Maybe
that sounds
just a
great.
little snapshot, or at least
Maybe we start off with like the shenanigans of Spider Monkey coming to school and all that silliness.
Oh yeah. That feels right. Yeah.
Feels about right. Yep. Cool. Sweet. Thank you so much, Alex. You can stick around until you need to go. Let's go from left to right. So, Jen, what wishes did you have?
I'm definitely here for Spider Monkey at school. It's going to be cool, funny, full of drama.
Ooh. Cool. Any others?
I mean, clearly this squabbling squad going into some compound at night seems safe.
Hashtag totally safe.
Totally safe.
Into it. Thanks, Jen. Sabine, what about you? What wishes do you have from your first session of Monster Squad?
Wishes, yeah, I like the idea of seeing school and the monkey at school. And wishes, yeah, I mean, breaking into something at night that kind of sounds like a 90s or 80s kids detective thingy show. So yeah, I'm in for that. And more magic. Magic is great.
That was pretty great. It was magic, not psychic powers.
There's a difference.
Sweet. And then Tyler, what about you for wishes?
Wishes, I do kind of want to have us do a little of talking to people some, rather than just being so insular. I have a move that works with it, number one, but number two, we've really just encountered people, for the most part, who were not helpful or outright threatening so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so having that chance to, like, especially since we have such an expansive universe here, I'd love to see us be able to talk to folks and adding to that in a, with positive things.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we even added a few interesting folks today, Mr. Walsh and the parents and stuff like that. So good stuff. Sweet. Thank you very much, Tyler, for wishes. And we stick with you for stars.
I like this one. I thought it was really cool and threatening and creepy build. Love the, lurking things. And as we, were starting into it, we had the thump and the build of something coming. I continue to like the high stakes feel of this game. There's in our Multiverse, this feels like the highest stakes game we play. And
it's so weird, but yes.
I think it's really cool. I really do. And I continue to like how the moves are fitting with our style of kid on bike, young people. I think that's fun. I loved Rolla because I think that having a, something so sympathetic brought something to us. I thought that was just really, really cool. And Sabine, loved how you hopped in, created a character that we knew of but did not know, and now is a very full character. That's cool. That's very nice to do. And I loved seeing stuff and learning more about him and seeing magic. Woo!
Very cool. Thank you, Tyler. We've already heard the wishes from, or for stars from Alex. So Sabine, what stars did you have?
Oh, I sorry, stars for everyone. I like this game. I mean, I'm a huge Monster of the Week fan, and this iteration of it feels really great. It feels natural. Like, yeah, this is what we do now, and we're kids, and we're falling off the roof. Of course, we are. I like it because it translates so very well to this, and all the characters. I really like the whole Franklin. Oh, you have psychic powers. That was great. Because I don't. No. And I like Bailey's like, okay, we can't do this and let's do that. But that was also fun. And I also like being able, this is a bit selfish, but I like being able to flesh out the basement of the park home.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we went there. When you lobbied for basement, I was like, please, yes. Like, I don't want to make you guys all go there, but I really want to go there. Sweet. Jed, what about you? What stars would you like to hand out?
Yeah, stars for the basement, stars for fleshing things out. I love the whole David and Echo, two ships passing in the night kind of feeling that you get from, yeah, so they're both magic nerds, And David would love to talk to his big sister, but she's just not into it. Well, so that's super funny. Rolo's super cute. Yeah, enjoying the stakes on it. It's very like Stranger Things-y. And I definitely agree with Tyler that this is sort of the high stakesy game.
Nice. Good.
I'm going to be listening, but I'm going to step away for a minute.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to snag the one wish you all missed. I wish Jan well and look forward to playing with him next time. Yeah, I'm really excited. My other wish, it has nothing to do with you guys, but I wish I had had the wherewithal to actually fit in my B plot. This was all A plot, and I planned on doing A plot, B plot, but didn't. So it was all A plot. No B plot happened. Even though I told you guys and warned you guys it was going to happen, I didn't pull the trigger on introducing B plot. It's all A. Other than that, I really liked learning more about David and the excitement of like, oh, that's what this character has been about all this time, was almost like, and say this in a good way, an Orange is the New Black reveal of like, you thought this character was like this, and now we like peel back what their perspective is, what their wants and needs are, how they think of themselves, and it's revelatory and fascinating, and you pulled that off with aplomb, Sabine. So great job. Really enjoyed that. I'm glad everybody responded well to Rolla. That was a worry of mine that I was going too cute. So I'm glad it worked out. And this is the kind of plot that like, I don't know if I would have run in a regular Monster of the Week game, but I was super excited to bring it to a bunch of middle schoolers. It just felt like Jin hit the nail on the head. This is a very Stranger Things plot to me. And I'm glad that it worked for you guys. Cool.
Yeah, the characters are they are pretty powerless. Normally, the Monster of the Week characters, they have a certain standing and they can do stuff. And the expert I used to play was like, he was going up to people and saying, I'm Dr. Jones, and this is the thing that is happening here. But David can't do that. He's a kid. He can't just yell and people will believe, yeah, okay, there is something weird going on, because that's just a nerdy kid over there.
Yeah, it was definitely something we noticed last session. Like, we've got no fighty characters. I mean, Bailey is the closest.
Yeah, but still, even if we don't have even if we had fighty characters, it's still kids, and there's this whole dimension that adults won't take us seriously, even if things happen. Even if we fall off a roof and break our foot, it's more like, why did this happen? Oh, child, let's go to the emergency room and get your foot in a thing. But it wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, what happened here?
Mhm.
I have to disappear now. But
Cool.
I really enjoyed this session. Oh,
Bye,
you
Alex.
going to say something, Rich?
I was just giving you a wave. A wave goodbye.
okay.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for sticking
Yes.
through, and thanks for not dropping out. It was great playing.
Yeah, my last thing was, yes, I'm so happy that it didn't get too bad with the internet. And yeah,
Awesome.
there was some points where I was just like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm getting 3 words out of this sentence, and who knows? Anyway, right.
Cool. I think that's a good point for us to just all go ahead and transition to closing. So thank you all so much. We will finish up our short little stint of Monster Squad next week, and hopefully Jan's able to join us, and we'll bring him up to speed as you guys do some school shenanigans. Thank you all so much, and I'll stop the recording here.